Guys, how y'all doing? So I haven't been on this channel in whoa, what is it, a couple of weeks, a couple of months, I don't know. All right, how y'all doing? So I'm gonna make this quick. So summer is almost over. Well, it is, right? um it's gonna be depressing again, for me at least, because I hate winter. So you guys may have gone to a couple of barbecues and what do you guys call that? Cookouts this summer, right? I think I went to one or two. So I'm going to talk to you guys about something that is, I find to be very disturbing. Very disturbing. Okay? A lot of you goes to barbecues and cookouts. Um, and y'all you eat your burgers and hot dogs, and you feed it to your children as well, right? So how many of you guys, when you go to these barbecues and cookouts, how many of you guys use this right here? Y'all see what that is? It's what appears to be a slice of cheese, right? That's what you guys call it, right? Okay. So what I have here, look at the package. There it is, right? So what if I were to tell you, what if I were to tell you guys that this pack of cheese I purchased last year, October. Yep, last October. I've had this pack of cheese in my refrigerator for 1 year. 1 year. 1 year. This has been sitting in my fridge. And listen, look at this. Look at this. This literally looks like I just went to the store and picked this up. Not a scratch on this. Not a mold, right? Not a scratch. It's not going bad. This looks like I literally just went to the store and bought it. Look at it. It's brand new, right? And this has been sitting in my fridge. This whole pack of thing here has been sitting in my fridge for 1 year. I bought it last year, October, because I was going to do a video about gastrointestinal issues and stuff like that, eczema and whatnot, and I never got a chance to do it, and I was going to toss it in the garbage, because y'all know I don't eat this crap, and I decided to keep it and do an experiment, right? Because I'm always doing experiments. I've done quite a lot of experiment on my body. I've done the bread experiment, the cheese experiment, the milk experiment, the eggs experiment. I've done all of those experiments on my body. Yes, I have literally made myself sick on purpose just so I can come back and talk to you guys. Yes, I have. So I've done these experiments, especially you know, with, say, milk, right? And I've done them 1 month at a time, right? So with the milk experiment I did on myself, because I like to, you know, my grandmother always say you got to show and prove, right? So I've done the egg and the milk, and I can tell you guys what I have experienced just eating bread. You know what I mean? Bread or cheese or milk. It's the same thing. Lot of inflammation in the body, a lot of mucus. Waking up in the morning and just blowing my nose, a lot of phlegm and mucus coming out, coughing, just that nasty mucus on your chest, you hacking up crap and spitting, horrible period pain, back pain every month on my period, tender breast, lots of headaches, just feeling crappy when I eat these things. I don't know how you guys who eat these things doesn't feel this way. You have to have a lot of mucus in your body, because this is what these things produce. So that's what I'm here to talk to you guys about, man. I see so many of my brothers and sisters out there at these barbecues and cookouts feeding this thing to your children. Your children. Let me tell you something. No black children should be eating this. None whatsoever. And I'm going to tell you something else. If you ever go to the white neighborhoods, to their supermarket, their Whole Foods or whatever, you don't find crap like this in their store. No. These people go to the Italian deli and they pick up their expensive cheese. A slice of those cheese are very expensive, okay? This is what you find in the poor neighborhood. You know, the inner city, the corner stores, This is the crap that you find when you go and buy yourself a sandwich. This is what they put on your sandwich, okay? A lot of the times. This right here. You hardly find this in the white folks neighborhood, because this was made for you guys, believe it or not. This was made for you guys. This is synthetic cheese. It's not a vegan cheese. It's not a vegetarian cheese. It's a synthetic cheese. Let me tell you guys what's on the package, because when you're running to the park to have your barbecue, right? You run to the corner store, you run to the supermarket, and you grab a pack of these, or a couple of packs, right? You don't really look at the packaging. You guys know it doesn't even say cheese. Look, it's called singles. What the hell is singles? So let me just read it to you. Singles: imitation, pasteurized, processed cheese food. Imitation. What is the word imitation? It comes from the word imitate. So this is not cheese. This is imitation cheese. Imitation, pasteurized, processed cheese food. Okay? Now, cheese is supposed to be made from milk, right? So the first ingredient should have been milk. Well, let me see what the first ingredient is. Water. Water is the first ingredient. Food starch is the second ingredient. Palm oil is the third ingredient. Modified food starch is a fourth ingredient. It's a whole lot of food starch. Milk protein concentrate, right? Locust bean, guar gum, sorbic acid, something stabilizer, lactic acid, APO number 8, carotenoid color. Listen. What in the hell? So 1 year. So now here's a question that I ask myself, right? When I have this in my refrigerator for 1 whole year. And so I took this out of the fridge last night, right? I took it out of the fridge because I was going to do this video last night and I never got a chance to. And so this has been sitting in my on top of my kitchen counter since last night, because I forgot to put it back in the fridge. And look at it. It's still brand new. Still brand new. Look. It's still brand new. Not a scratch, not a mold, right? So now I ask myself, if I had this crap sitting in my fridge for 12 months, how long did they have this sitting in the storage somewhere, right? How long was it sitting in the storage in some warehouse before it was shipped to the supermarket or the corner store? And how long was it sitting in the back of the supermarket before they put it on the supermarket shelf in the front? And how long has it been sitting on the shelf in the supermarket before you stopped by and picked it up and pay for it and take it home? And now how long do you have it sitting in your fridge before you take it and feed it to your children? This is sickness. This is disgusting. This is disgusting. I wouldn't even feed this to a dog. I have 2 cats in my house, and there's no way I would feed this to my animal. Are you kidding me? This is it. And then I have mom and dad asking me, my child have asthma and eczema, and I don't know why. You don't know why. This is why. This is one of the reasons why. These right here. This is one of the reasons why your children are suffering from asthma and eczema. Because what causes asthma? Asthma is a result of too much inflammation in the system. Asthma is caused by inflammation. What causes inflammation? Because asthma is a respiratory problem, right? Inflammation. What causes inflammation? Now you have to figure out what causes inflammation. Inflammation is caused by these things. Yes, your bread, your cheese, your milk, your eggs. These things cause inflammation. And I can tell you, because I've experienced it. These are the things that cause inflammation in the system. Because when you eat these things create, listen, Dr. Sebi, I might not agree with everything he said, but he tried to tell y'all. See, these things, what they do is they create an acidic environment in the gut, right? A lot of acidity. They create an acidic environment in the stomach. And when your stomach is overloaded with acidity, the body starts to produce a lot of mucus. Mucus, you see? because the mucus has to now come and try to protect your body from the amount of acidity that is being created by these things right here, right? So your body produces acid and mucus naturally, right? But when you begin to eat these things and the body is now overload with acidity, now the body has to produce a lot of mucus to try and protect itself against the acidic crap that you're putting in there. All that acidity. So now your body is filled with acidity and mucus, right? And you're wondering why you have asthma, eczema, and epilepsy. That's another a problem that I hear a lot of people talking about, epilepsy. If you or your child is suffering from epilepsy and you're eating this right here, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And you women who are suffering from PCOS and uterine fibroids, you're eating this? Synthetic estrogen. This is what this is. Synthetic estrogen. That's the worst thing you can put in your system when you're suffering from, when you're having hormonal imbalance. This right here, that's what those fibroid needs to survive in your system. This right here. Those fibroids are feeding off of this. That's why they're growing, okay? And you brothers who are suffering from erectile dysfunction, I see you slapping, a lot of you brothers slapping these on your burgers. If you're not suffering from erectile dysfunction, it's going to happen if you continue, okay? Heart disease, diabetes, asthma, eczema, all these things. And for those of you who eat 3 meals per day, 7 days a week, and you're only going to the bathroom 3 to 4 times a day, 2 to 3 times a week. If you're eating 3 meals a day, 7 days a week, and you're only going to the bathroom 2 to 3 times a week, and you're eating these type of stuff, and you're wondering why you're not going, and some of you guys are not even realizing how detrimental that is. A lot of you are going to the bathroom only 2 or 3 times a week, right? And you think that's normal. You literally think that's normal. That's not normal. The body is supposed to be eliminating the waste that you're putting in there, all that crap that you're putting in there. 2 to 3 times a week, and you're eating 3 times a day, 3 meals a day, sometimes more. One guy told me he eats 6 times a day. 6 times a day. And I asked him, how many times you go to the bathroom per week? About 3 to 4 times. Are you kidding me? So, I mean, I'm shocked. Like, I cannot believe I had this thing sitting in my fridge for a whole year. Guys, so now I'm challenging you guys, right? If you don't believe me, I'm challenging you. Buy a pack of this stuff and keep it in your fridge and let me know how long you keep it in there for. Let me know how long you're able to keep this stuff in your fridge for, because I've had this in my fridge for 1 year, right? And if I decide to keep this in my fridge for another year, I might do another video next year. You know what? I think I'm going to do that. I just might do that. Another experiment. I'm going to keep this in my fridge for another year and see what happens. Because, see, milk and cheese is supposed to go bad, right? When you have cheese, like cheese that is made from milk. When I used to eat cheese, I would buy the cheese from the Italian people, and I would keep it in the fridge, and in about 3 or 4 days, it started to grow mold, you know, and smell really rancid, okay? And so that's why you know that's the real deal, right? Even though I don't eat cheese anymore. But if you have cheese in your fridge, or what appears to be cheese, and it's not growing mold, and it's not getting rancid, then you got to ask yourself, what is it? What is it? And why on earth would you feed this to your children? Why? Why would any parent in their right mind feed this to their children? I wouldn't. So my brothers and sisters, I'm not going to make this video long, so let me just say this, right? For those of you who's wondering why your child or you are suffering from respiratory problems, breathing problem like asthma, if you're wondering why brothers, you're suffering from stuff like prostate issues and erectile dysfunction, you really, the answer is very simple. Okay, if you're eating garbage like this, a lot of cheese products, crap like this, a lot of bread, a lot of processed food, you shouldn't even have to ask why you're suffering from these things. Diabetes, epilepsy, okay, because people have epilepsy and seizures, and they don't know why they're having seizures. Seizures happen for many different reasons, right? Many different reasons. But the food you eat affects how your body reacts to certain illnesses. The food you eat affects how your body behave naturally, right? So if you are suffering, say if you have a brain damage from a car accident or whatever, and you're starting to have seizure, eating stuff like this is not helping. It's contributing to the problem, right? And if your child was born and they begin to have seizures and epilepsy from out of nowhere, you shouldn't be feeding them stuff like this. See, because those things has to deal with the nervous system, all right? The nervous system, that's the problem. And when you're feeding the nervous system with garbage like this, your condition is not going to get better. It's going to get worse. That's the point I'm trying to make. Whether you are suffering from seizure as a result of a car accident or some type of accident, or you were born with it, when you continue to feed the nervous system with these type of things, you are contributing to the problem, okay? So if you are somebody or your child is suffering from seizures, from epilepsy, you should never be feeding them anything like this. Milk, cheese, eggs, none of these things, because you're not protecting the nervous system by feeding them anything like this. And you women who are suffering from PCOS and uterine fibroids, continue to eat this, and you will have a hysterectomy, because that's what's going to happen if you continue to eat this. If you're suffering from fibroids, PCOS, and you keep eating crap like this, you're going to have a hysterectomy, because your fibroids are they're not going to go away. They're going to keep growing. That's what's going to happen, okay? Because you're having hormonal issues and a whole bunch of other crap. And you brothers who are suffering from erectile dysfunction, I know a lot of you don't want to talk about it. I know a lot of you are ashamed of it, okay? But let me say this again. You continue to eat crap like cheese and milk and bread, a lot of sandwiches and bread and stuff like that. The digestive system is jacked up. It's jacked up. And that's why you're having a problem, and your colon is clogged up. That's another problem. Listen, why do you guys think I keep talking about cleanses and flushes, okay? Elimination. The body is supposed to be eliminating waste. That is one of the biggest problems that is affecting people. Cancer and all the other diseases, okay? Elimination. The body is supposed to be eliminating things on a regular basis. The body should not be holding on to waste. That's the point. The body should never be holding on to waste. When the body holds on to waste, guys, imagine you have waste. Listen, imagine your toilet have shit sitting in there. That's waste, right? I hate to be so blunt, but I'm trying to be serious here. Your toilet is clogged up with waste, with your feces. You understand? So if you have waste, feces sitting in your gut, what do you think is going to happen to you? So now you get it. These type of food, the body does not process them properly. The body does not digest these things properly. They move very slowly through your system, and they clog up the system. Let me say that again. These type of synthetic food, because these are not real food, these are synthetic food. These type of synthetic food move through the system very slowly, and they clog up your system, and they sit in your system and become waste in your system. And when you have waste sitting in your system, you're going to have a lot of problems in different areas in your body. So if you're eating this and you're not flushing the system, you're not doing any cleanse, Every time you come to me and ask me, why do I have diabetes? Why do I have this? Why do I have that? I ask the same question. If it sounds repetitive, it is. Because all these illnesses are repetitive. Because everyone is doing the same thing. I can tell you from everybody that I talk to, they're all doing the same thing. The same exact thing. Somebody who's suffering from diabetes, you're all doing the same thing. All doing the same thing. You're eating the wrong things. You're eating the wrong thing. You're eating the wrong way. Okay? So I have the same answer. Clean it up. Get rid of this. Clean up the system. You have waste sitting in your system from these things. And your children who are suffering from asthma and eczema, no children should be, okay, whether or not they're suffering from asthma and eczema, they shouldn't be eating this, period. Your child, your black child should not be eating this. It's terrible. 1 year. Can you imagine? I mean, I'm flabbergasted. I really am. I am flabbergasted that this thing has been sitting in my fridge for a whole entire year. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. But I'm gonna hold on to it. And I might just do another video next year and see what happened, okay? So anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.